Welcome back. We've been talking about the Black Business Expo. It all starts Saturday, November 9th online. Yes, it's virtual. And we have Dr. Eric Kelly, CEO of the Black Business Expo USA, with us to talk about all the workshops and all the special guests. And it's always fun to get together with you. You know, we talked a little bit in the first segment about COVID and how it's changed things. Well, let me expand on that. There are challenges, but you're going to be addressing that, and the speakers are going to be addressing that during the expo. Let's talk.
Yeah, we have a young lady by the name of Leticia Nicole, I want to get it right, who survived COVID. She works in the health industry. So those are the kinds of things that we're going to talk about. What you need to do about this whole COVID. It's unknown. We don't know. I'm reaching out to a couple of doctors from Duke to do some panels to talk about the COVID-19 situation. But more importantly, as I said before, our speakers are really out there still beating the pavement, but they're beating it on Zoom.
Well, and for the businesses, their whole business plan probably changed, right? I mean, with the COVID. If they participate in this expo, what do you think they're going to get out of that? Will this expo help them? I don't know. Do you adapt? How do you adapt?
Well, there are three things that you have to think about, first of all. One, that North Carolina is ranked number 8 in African Americans. That's number one. Number two, 26th in the country. And then again, $45 billion across North Carolina in terms of dollars in the African American community. I continue to talk about that 8 hours where money circulates in our community. In other communities, it circulates more. You think about it for a moment. If you're a speaker, if you're somebody who pretty much don't exist in the minds of business owners and corporations, this is an opportunity for you to get leads. This is an opportunity for you to get exposure. And more importantly, this is an opportunity for you to give back to the students, to help these students, because we're going to talk about it. The expo is not about an event where people just go to and they just network and they talk. They go because to help these kids with scholarships. And I think that's the most important thing that we do.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The speakers. Is it 100 speakers? You have 100 speakers? That seems like a lot of speakers.
Yeah, you know, you think about the Olympics, right?
Right.
Okay, and you know the Olympics have all these nations, right?
Right.
And so one of the things that we're doing is it's called the Black Business Olympics. And so what I decided to do is to break down 7 days. Somebody say, you're doing a boot camp. No, I'm not doing a boot camp, because a boot camp is a group of people just going together and it's their group. No, we're inviting everybody across the country. And so what we're doing is we broke it down to 7 different days. On Monday, we're doing business to business. And so we'll do things like ABCs of starting your business, business finance, business contracts. Then on Tuesday, we're doing advertising, marketing, public relations, and merchandising. And we're going to talk about first what it is in the first half. And the second half, we'll talk about how to do it. Then on Wednesday, we're doing what I call Social Media Wednesday. And we'll talk about why should you have a LinkedIn? Why should you have a YouTube account? And what they do together. And then how to market on those particular platforms. And now on Thursday, we're doing diversity, inclusion, community engagement, and of course, social responsibility. And we're going to talk about women's issues. Then Fridays, it's going to be really exciting because we're going to be talking about the Generation X versus Generation Z. The young folk, they get a chance to talk about business strategies. Then on Saturday, we're going to do, and I'm just smiling because
you are smiling. Why? What's happening?
I'm having a great time. We're on Saturday. What we do is we're going to do business and the culture, and we're going to talk about art. We're going to talk about entertainment, and then on Sunday we're doing Black business in the church. Each morning we're doing the state of Black business in North Carolina, nationally, and in government. And one of our keynote speakers this year is George Frazier, who's the #1 networking guy out of Cleveland, Ohio, who's going to talk about business nationally.
I mean, that's amazing. And for participants, they can tune in anytime. They see a speaker they want to They don't have to show up somewhere.
They
don't even have to wear pants if they don't want to.
You better stop, Bill.
I am going to stop there. But the point is, you can sit at home and relax, and
yes, and
you can go.
And that's one of the things that we realized during the COVID situation is that people are not going to just go online and be there visually. They can go online and listen to these great speakers, and we have great speakers. You know, I brought my cheat sheet because I knew I couldn't remember. When you say 100 speakers, we have right now probably about 60 speakers.
That's a lot of speakers.
And we have different areas, and each one of those areas deals with what those speakers are experts in. And I think sometimes when you're running around and you're shaking hands and you're talking to people, you miss really what people actually are doing in the community. And this show, Community Matters, is all about the community of Expo speakers today.
Well, the folks who will be tuning in, we're going to be coming up, and we'll in the third segment, we'll talk more about it. But it is about the kids, but it sounds like, my goodness, you really have an opportunity to get invaluable information. Mm-hmm. You can have a great idea for a business, but there's a lot more than just a great idea, isn't there?
Well, when you start talking about starting your own business, getting in business, the small business centers across the state of North Carolina do an outstanding job. A lady by the name of LaShawn Harley, who's the director of Durham Tech's Small Business Center, is a young lady that's working with us, and she does an outstanding job. But there are 55 other directors across the state of North Carolina that we are reaching out to help us with the expo. Then you have people like Natalie Murdoch, who's a state senator, under 40 state senator, who's going to be talking about her business, how her father started her in business. And then we'll move to people like James Stanton, home ownership for entrepreneurs, who will talk about business strategies. And the list goes on and on.
Oh, it sounds exciting. We're going to come back. Don't you dare go anywhere, because the Black Business Expo, it's changed a bit. It's longer and it's virtual. It's online for you. Stick around.